You join me today as we play a Premier League side in the fifth round of the FA Cup, further than we've ever been in this series so far. I'm not expecting to go any further, but we've also got to turn our form around in the Championship. Otherwise, we'll be slipping down the table very quickly. Hello and welcome to episode 96 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. First up, Norwich City at Carrow Road in the FA Cup fifth round. As I said in the preamble, further than we've ever been before in this series. Anyway, and then we'll be playing Portsmouth in the Championship, match day 34. But we need to be sorting our form out because it's gone a little bit awry, shall we say. Before I continue, if you do enjoy today's video, please leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. It all helps me here on YouTube. The other thing is FM 24, it's just around the corner. In fact, as we record this one, we're probably somewhere about a fortnight away from the beta version coming out, and that means there's roughly about 4 episodes left of this series before we switch over to FM24. So if you haven't bought FM24 yet and you're thinking about buying it, you can help the channel out by going and following the link that is in the description below. And having followed that description, you can also use the code that is down in the description as well. And that will get you a nice little discount on FM24. And it'd be cheaper than Steam and Epic. And you can also play the beta when it comes out. So you can play along with the series that is released when it comes out. How about that? That's all good and dandy. Right, let's get on then and have a look at what's been happening since you were last with us. Excuse me. We have played just one game. Last episode, of course, we managed to sneak in extra time past Notts County. We lost 1-0 to Queen's Park Rangers. I think that was a bit of a sort of overspill from the extra time in the FA Cup tie, and then we've been and played Reading, trying to tweak this 4-3-3 formation, not having a lot of luck with it. I have to say we were reasonably tight. We brought Xander Clark in because Cartwright has been a bit sort of fickle really, so we thought we'd give Xander Clark a run out. He's not done very well either. We do have a trialist waiting in the wings. We'll go and have a look at him in a moment, but possibly if we can hang on to him till the end of the season, might bring him in and give us a little bit more competition in that goalkeeper position. But this is a very tight affair. In fact, it was an Ian Matson free kick that won it for them, snuck it around the wall and blasted it into the back of the net, and Xander Clark not getting anywhere near it, unfortunately. As you see, Matson round the wall and Clark not getting there. And that was literally open play. We were fine. 12 shots. Only had 3 on target, though, which was a bit disappointing, bearing in mind that we had 12 shots. So that was all good and dandy. 1.09 on the LXG, so one would expect us to have done better. And we had the bulk of the possession. But Reading got us, in effect, smash and grab, if you like. They had 9 shots. They did have 5 on target, so we didn't do too bad. 0.88 and 42% of the possession. So I'm thinking the tactic is there or thereabout. But we need to just try and get it onside, as it were, so that it works properly. And we'll see how we get on against Portsmouth in our second game. First up, though, it's that FA Cup fifth round, further than we've ever been before. Brian Maher, he's the goalkeeper. Brian Maher, here he is. As you see, he's better than Cartwright, he's better than Clark, and he has potential as well. So we'll see what comes of that. But we have a raft of players out today. Jackson is cup tied. Billy Sass-Davis is suspended. He's gotten too many yellow cards in this competition. McLean Hoare is suspended, are very similarly. And 3 players are out injured. And those players are Gary McDonald, Dara Costello, as we know. He picked up an injury, having come back from injury, picked it up again. And Lamar Gordon also out. And they're all out for 7 days and 3 weeks. Eli King is coming back from his double hernia. He should be available. I don't think he'll be available for the Portsmouth game, but he should be available soon after. We hope that is the case anyway. Yes, Norwich, we've played them before. Twice, in fact, in the Championship last season, I think it was, at their place. We beat them 2-1. I'd like a repeat of that again, please. Amadou, after 4 minutes, gave Norwich the lead, but Taylor Richards after 44 and Daniel Samick after 76, giving us an unexpected win. But they did come to Edgeley Park later in the season, snuck a win there, and Payero was the scorer on that occasion. Just something that we don't seem to be able to do at home at the moment. It seems to be a bit of poor form, really. Anyway, as it stands, it's pretty even Stevens, really. So who knows what we're up against today and whether we can actually sneak a win. Let's go and find out, shall we? And have a look at the team that will face Norwich City. Oh, I'll tell you what, before I do that, though, I'm very remiss. Why do I always forget to do this? What we haven't done is had a look at the Championship table, of course, with those games going on. We've played 33 games. A lot of the teams around us have played 34. It's that game in hand against Portsmouth, which we've got in the second game of the episode. Having said that, there is a Championship programme going on today. So, hey-ho. Right. Sunderland still top on 73 points. Nottingham Forest in second on 72. Then come Reading, who we lost to in the week, on 67. Sheffield United 63. Bristol City are now in fifth. They've had a little bit of a decent run just lately, pushed them up the table a little bit. They are in fifth on 62. Then come West Brom, sixth on 60. Then we're in seventh on 59, just outside the playoffs. Not helped, but that our form has gone a little bit awry. 1-2, lost 2, drawn 1 in the last 5. We need to turn that around a little bit, make that a bit more green. But there seems to be a lot of spillage. A lot of teams dropping points around and about at the minute. So the options are there. So let's get on with it then and go and have a look at the team. Just to say, as I said, we have got that game in hand, which is against Portsmouth. And if we were able to win it, would move us to 62 points and would move us in front of Bristol City. So we would be up to 5th place as it stands for that game. But we need to win it. That's the thing. And that is the big crux of the matter. Right, we will go and have a look at that team now that will face Norwich. And here is the team that will face Norwich in this 5th round FA Cup tie. As I said, I don't really expect us to be going any further, but who knows? Who knows? Just to note, there are a number of players. We're one short on the bench today, and we haven't got anybody available to play them. And I thought about it before the under-18s played. I would have stopped Aaron Cooper playing in that game and put him on the bench. But as it was, I completely forgot. And as a consequence, we are one short on the bench. But as you'll see, a number of injuries. Lamar Gordon, Eli King, Costello, Gary McDonald, all injured. And then, of course, we've got Jackson, who is cup tied. And then we've also got suspensions to McLean Hoare and Billy Sass-Davis, which depletes our lineup, our squad, if you were. Cartwright in goal then, Scanlon, Bridge, Jake Lewis and Mumba are our defensive line. McCann plays as the deep line playmaker, sat behind May and Mundell in that central mid. Burrows is out on the left, Pelling out on the right. Burstow leads the attack up front. Clark, Joe Lewis, Ramsey, Abu, Adofin, Richards, Adrizzi and Tomlinson make up the bench. And because it's the FA Cup, we get this screen and we can have a look at the team that we faced today. Mitchell van der Gag is the manager at Norwich, and you will note one name in this Norwich team that we know from our Project Turnaround. He is one of the players at Brentford in that series. If you've not seen it yet, go and have a look at it. It's entertaining, to say the least. Keenan Lewis Potter is playing in their team. We'll come to him in a minute. I've got names to pronounce here. Stolazarek Stolacek is in goal. Adamola, Doyle, Rahimi and Concierto are the defensive line. Piero and Sunjic are the defensive midfielders. Carlson, as we said, Lewis Potter playing as the attacking midfield, and Jones are the attacking midfield. Bereth is up front and on the bench. Nusa, Gomez, Barberes, Ida, Watts, Williams, Rowson, Reneke and Gibson. That's how the team that we face look. And as the team's about to come on the pitch, we will confirm the teams for you. We have a free kick. McCann with a free kick. He's taking a shot from distance and it's gone over. I think it's gone out for a corner. It has gone out for a corner. So the goalkeeper saved that. Must have been on target. May crosses it in deep, but it's headed clear. And it's going to go out for a throw-in on that far side. Carlson with a free kick now for Norwich. Swings it in. Jake Lewis gets his head to that, but Carlson gets a second bite of the cherry. He's crossed in and Isaiah Jones got a boot to it and diverted it into the net. And we go a goal down after 10 minutes. Disappointing. Defended well. Jake Lewis, but only out as far as Adamari. And, right, I was about to say after the last one, and the screen changed. I'm hoping that in FM24, the graphics when a team is defending will get better, because I think there's headers and they head it straight back out to the opposing side. I'm sure that in real life there would be a lot more logic to it than just punting it away and putting yourself back in danger. I know that does happen, but it seems to happen all the time here in Football Manager. And I'd like to see a little bit more, the defenders having a little bit more nous about where to push the ball. Sometimes it's not best just to head it straight out. Sometimes it's better to head it out for a corner or head it out wide, something like that. Anyway, Bridge with the throw-in to McCann, who Bridge giving the ball away, and Bareth is on it, and we're in trouble again. Looking for support. Cross deep. Oh, and Cartwright made a fine save there to deny Carlson. Carlson goes out for the corner on that far side. It's swung in, but Cartwright collects it. Cartwright playing very, very well there. McCann to May. We were bright in those early exchanges. Seem to have settled down into a poor pattern at the moment. Pelling has Mumba outside him. Mumba goes on a bit of a run. He's pulled it back, crossed it deep for Burrows. Burrows always come back off the crossbar. And half-time has arrived. No more highlights. We've had 3 shots, just the one on target. Norwich have had 9 shots, but only 2 on target, I should say. 0.79 against our 0.13, so we have struggled, and they have had most of the possession, 54 against our 46. It's not a foregone conclusion, but we've got to play a lot better in the second half if we're going to get past Norwich. Our first highlight of the second half, it's a free kick to Norwich. And as they come forward, trying to keep him at bay, it's crossed in, but it is cleared. But Pelling can't get it away, but Mumba can. And what happened? Mundle and Mumba got in a bit of a mix there. Burstow's lost the ball. May retain the ball somehow or other. McCann, Mundle, Pelling, as we open it up a little bit. Mumba didn't quite hit that at full throttle. Mundle back to Jake Lewis. Oh, McCann, Pelling threads it through to Burstow. Burstow's thwarted. Mundle has a go. It's come back off the woodwork. We are being unlucky here. And with 62 minutes on the clock, we're going to make two changes at this juncture in time. We have taken off Mason Burstow, who he's just not having it, is he, today? And he's lost a bit of form just lately. I'm hoping he'll bring it back very, very soon. But we've taken him off. Tegan Pelling, he's moved up into attack. And Ismet Adrizi comes on that right side. I'm hoping he's better as an inside forward. We'll change him to an inside forward. That's what we'll do. And that change is made. We've also taken off Adam May and brought on Aaron Ramsey as the roaming playmaker in midfield. And with 81 minutes on the clock, still looking to try and get that equaliser to get us back on terms. We have made our final changes, and these are them. Mungo Bridge not having a good day in defence there. He's been replaced by Joe Lewis, and Joe Lewis and Jake Lewis have swapped over. Adam May has come off. Had we taken him off already? Yes, we had. Sorry. Romain Mundle has come off, and Taylor Richards has come on for him. And our final change, we have taken off Ballymumba in the right wing-back position. We've taken him off, and we have brought on Hakeem Odofin. They have a free kick, Barbaros, and they've got a second. Game over, and with 85 minutes on the clock, it's all over. We have got as far as we're going in the FA Cup this season. Always knew it would be, and I was hoping that we would end up with just a one-goal loss, possibly, but Gomez gets up, and no more highlights. It's all over, and it's a 2-0 loss against Norwich City at Carrow Road. Isaiah Jones after 10 minutes and Valentine Gomez after 85, giving them a win. 18 shots, 9 on target, 50%, 1.27 and 87% of the possession. We have 5 shots, just 2 on target, 0.59, 43%. That's it. Let's move on and see if we can get back into the playoff places and concentrate now on our championship position and seeing if how we can finish up here and finish the series potentially with a promotion possibly. Let's go and find out. Well, whilst we were playing Norwich in the FA Cup, as I said, there was a reasonably full programme of championship games, and as you will see, it's not made any difference to the table as it stands. We are still in 7th place. Bristol City had dropped down because they were playing in the FA Cup as well. Sunderland still top. Nottingham Forest tucked in behind them. There's a 5-point gap now to Reading in 3rd. So it looks like them two are the potential automatic promotion promotion places. Sheffield United in 4th. West Brom now move up to 5th. They must have won. They did. They beat Queen's Park Rangers by 4 goals to 2. Bristol City, as said, didn't play. They dropped down. And we're there in 7th. Stoke have come up behind us, just 1 point behind us now. But they have got 2 games, played 2 games more than us. Southampton are 9th. and have played one game more than us. To be honest, there are a number of teams there. If we were to win both those games, 65 would still take us up to about 5th place as it currently stands. So we just need to string a little bit of form together is the thing. That's what we need to do. And while we're on results, a quick roundup of the other FA Cup matches. Manchester United knocking out Liverpool 2-1. Bristol City doing the dirty over Bristol Rovers, as you would expect, to be fair. 4-0 in that one, which was rather splendid. Crystal Palace 2, Leicester 3. Crystal Palace, of course, doing very well in our other series, but losing out to Leicester in this one. Manchester City beating Bournemouth 2-0. That man Haaland again. Norwich 2-0 against Buxton. Then Southampton 4-3 win in extra time against Wolves. West Ham beating Middlesbrough by 1-0. And Arsenal losing to their arch rivals in London, Tottenham, by 3-1. Ouch, that's going to hurt. And so it's to our second game of the episode. As you'll see, there are 3 matches being played in the Championship on this occasion. Bristol City playing Reading. Buxton are playing Portsmouth. Reading, who we lost to in the last game, of course, in the Championship that you didn't see on camera. And Preston are playing Southampton. So they are the games. We are, let's say, playing Portsmouth. We have played them 3 times in this series. Last season in the Championship, we beat them 4-0 at Fratton Park, but lost 3-2 to them at Edgeley Park, but beat them 3-0 again at Fratton Park earlier this season. Let's hope there's not a repeat of how last season went in the 3-2 loss. Kicked ourselves on that occasion. Gamble after 35, or in fact, Kalabakis after 5. Gamble equalising after 35. Then Josh Martin got them the lead after 58. They added another one after 68. Perry Moss getting one back after 70. But it was nowhere near enough earlier in the season. Mason Burstow produced a hat-trick. Can he do something similar today? Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Portsmouth. And here is the team that will face Portsmouth for this Championship match day 34. It's Cartwright in goal. Tomlinson, Sass Davis and Jackson in middle of defence. Joe Lewis out on the right. Hoare continues as the deep-lying playmaker with May and Mundle in front of him. Ramsey makes a start out on the left. Boo Oz makes a start out on the right. And Mason Burstow is starting, and we'll change him to an advanced forward or poacher or whatever it is he prefers to play. Let's have him as an advanced forward. He's there in attack. Clark, Bridge, Richards, Pelling, Jake Lewis, Scanlon and Drizzy make up the bench. And this is how the two sides line up here at Edgeley Park. We're playing our 4-3-3 with tweaks to it. And Portsmouth playing a 4-2-3-1. Sol Campbell, the manager, of course, the job that we turned down. Table as it looks at the moment. Portsmouth down in 23rd on 25 points. We're in 7th on 59 points. Confirmation of the two teams for you. And a highlight from kickoff. Williams gets us underway. And as you know, I dislike highlights from kickoff. They mean one or two things. Cartwright's going to collect that ball neatly, though. Rolls it out to Jackson. Jackson finds Mundle. Mundle finds Hoare. May finds Sass Davis. Back to May. Sass Davis again. He has Jackson out to his right. Mundle. Mundle's, that's very short, but Lewis is... Joe Lewis is on it. Hoare over the top. Burstow misses. And just about sums up our form at the moment. Burstow missing a chance. A glaring chance. Really. Sass Davis under that. Mundle heads it down, but Williams. Oh, and it's through to George. He's in, but Cartwright gets down to it. Joe Lewis with a throw-in out that far side. Jackson back to Joe Lewis. Joe Lewis crosses it for Tomlinson. Good switch. Ramsey is there. Has Tomlinson in support. But Sass Davis. May back to Sass Davis. Tomlinson. Trying to be patient here. Sass Davis. Hoare. Oh, nearly lost it. Tomlinson. Sass Davis. Hoare. Finds Mundle. Mundle to Abu. Abu. Crosses it for Ramsey. Ramsey, tried to get it across, but didn't. Abu brings it down. Mundle, what a shot that would have been. What a goal that would have been. But it didn't dip. And Portsmouth with the highlight. And try and cut this out, boys. Cross D. Williams is there. Williams is away. Williams brings off the woodwork, I think. Back to Cartwright. Sass Davis. Davis finds Jackson. Jackson comes forward. Abu looking for May. May finds Ramsey. Ramsey's into the area. Ramsey shoots, and Ramsey gets his first goal for us and his first goal of the season. And we go 1 up after 37. Just change that back to positive because we had cranked it up to attacking. I thought it was going to bite us in the what's it, but Ramsey did very well here. Had a go, tried to cross it for Burstow. It came back to him and he put away, took advantage of it. Tomlinson with a throw in into 1 minute of injury time. Mundle, May, Burstow. Burstow goes out wide. He's got Tomlinson on an overlap here. Oh, Tomlinson tried to cut that back inside, but passed it and gave it away. Gordon comes forward. Last thing we want to do is concede right on the stroke of half time. Zachary's in the area. And I think Cartwright made a save there. It's gone out for a corner. Williams swings it in. It's cleared, but only as far as Zachary. Or see what I mean about this FM24? Please sort it out. Just it wouldn't head it away that way. Oh, it's come back off the woodwork and Cartwright collects. And no more highlights. Half time has arrived. Thankfully, 37 minutes. Aaron Ramsey gets us in front. 8 shots, 5 on target, 1.18 on the XG, 69% of the possession. Portsmouth have had 5 shots, 3 on target, 0.52 and 31% of the possession. We've got noses in front. We just need to keep in front. Our first highlight of this second half, Joe Lewis winning the ball, and we're moving it around nicely. Jackson, May, Sass Davis, Tomlinson. Oh, Sass Davis. It was a short pass, and they're in, and they put it away. But he's offside, thankfully. A free kick for Portsmouth. Long ball. It's in. Abu clears it, but only as far as Gordon, and it's still on. Ugh. Really annoying. Give him acres of space, and Cartwright, who's done really well at. So with 59 minutes on the clock, having conceded that goal, which I guess you could see coming in a way, and was disappointing. At the very, very least, it was disappointing. Dearie me. We've made one switch. We've brought on Taylor Richards in place of Romain Mundle, who he was very, very tired. So we've taken him off. We put Richards on as a shadow striker behind Burstow, and we've moved Hoare from that defensive position into a Carrillo in midfield. Just need to see if we can make a breakthrough. Tomlinson, May, Ramsey, Mundell. Mundell's still on in this version. Burstow, he's just control. He's completely out of kilter. Jackson, Mundell, Abu through to Burstow. Burstow has a shot, but he's delayed it enough for the defender to block it. And with 76 minutes on the clock, we're making 2 more changes. We have taken off Mason Burstow, who's just, I'm not sure what's the matter with him. I think we're going to rest him. He needs some time away, I think. But we haven't really got another striker that will take his place. Tegan Pellin is taking up that attacking role. And we've also brought off Adam May, who's getting very, very tired in midfield. We move Ramsey into midfield. Abu to the left. Drizzy comes on the right. And with 85 minutes, nearly 86 minutes on the clock, making our final 2 changes due to tiredness. We have taken off Lewis Jackson. He's just getting very, very tired. And we've replaced him with Jake Lewis. And we've also taken off David Abu on the left and replaced him with Callum Scanlon. And we get a highlight. And it's given away by Hoare. And are we going to get punished? And oh, yes, we are. Oh, straight into the arms of Cartwright. I thought that was it. Joe Lewis with a throw-in right in the corner flag. Richards back to Joe Lewis. Oh, dear. They didn't go in. It's just not going to be our day. And it's all over. It's a draw, and we got to be disappointed. I mean, I just don't know what to say. I think we did the right things in a way, because we've had 14 shots. We've had 7 of them on target. A 1.85 should have been a win, really. 64% of possession. They've had 8 shots, 6 on target. 0.93, 36% of the possession. I think we're suffering from those injuries that we've got, really, which are causing us a problem. Lewis Jackson having a good game in defence. McLean Hoare having a good game in midfield. But, we're just struggling, aren't we, and dropping points now. I think we just got to hope that we finish the season on a bit of a high. It's not going well. Well, we remain in 7th place, and still we have a game in hand, luckily, which means we could still get into 6th. But the chances of going higher than that are gradually wearing away, as we've now lost 2 and drawn 1, and I think pretty poor in the last 5 games, and it's paid. You can see the points that we've dropped, and where we would be. We should be up here somewhere. Based on how we were doing, and it's all gone a bit awry, hasn't it? So I think we just got to be careful we don't tumble down too far too quickly. That's going to be the thing that we need to be careful of. Well, one news item that's come in is following bonuses have been paid out for avoiding relegation. Burstow, Burrows and Bridge all get a payout. All I can say is we're not going to get relegated, boys and girls. Well, that's the end of the episode. 3 losses and a draw on the trot. Not all in the Championship, but, it's 4 games now since we've won in the Championship and need to be turning that form around slightly. Hopefully, over the next couple of weeks or whatever, we should start to see some of those players that have been injured coming back into the fold. We're going to play West Brom and Derby County offline. We're going to come back for Notts Forest and Peterborough in the next episode as we go towards the end of the season, and also towards FM 24, of course, and things getting very, very close, as we said. So Nottingham Forest, who are 2nd in the next episode, and Peterborough, who are currently 18th. We'll see where they are when we get to the next episode. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. In fact, I hope you've enjoyed the series. If you have, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with everything that's happening on To Be a Legend and our other series. Of course, Project Turnaround, where we are playing Brentford and not having a good time. If you haven't watched that series yet, go and have a look. It's quite entertaining. And of course, when FM23 comes out, whatever series or wherever we start in FM24. Did I say FM23? I meant FM24. You know what I meant. Don't forget, description below. You have a link down there and a code. You can go and hit that link and go to Fanatical. Order yourself FM24. Play along with me. And when 24 comes out. And also, you get that at a slight discount. Plus, you'll be helping the channel as well. So it's all good news. Thank you very much. New episodes of To Be a Legend are released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And don't forget, the best way of keeping in track of what's happening here on the channel, especially with FM24 just around the corner, you follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. That's the best way of doing it. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 91. No. What am I on about? 91 and 97. Oh, it's my writing here. Episode 97. It's out on Monday. I'll go and practice my writing in between. Till then, goodbye.